My dad told me, everybody can win a race. There is thousands of drivers. Nobody will remember a single driver who won the race. But the championship is always on the book.
At this point in the season, every weekend matters. The championship isn't coming. It's here. Mistakes are magnified. Opportunities define legacies. At Indy, the weight of history meets the pressure of the present. In GTP, the top 4 manufacturers are separated by just 190 points. This is no time to give up. Porsche leads with the number 6 car in first and the number 7 car in second. BMW holds third, but they can surely hear the intake noises of Team Acura and Cadillac at their heels.
I mean, beating Porsche at every event, every qualifying or race is not easy. We're up against a really good competitor. I think their weaknesses, especially in the beginning of the season, was not there. They just outperformed everyone. But they haven't won a race in quite a while now, so they're pretty desperate in doing that, I'm sure. If you don't have the car to really outperform the competition, you have to make up for it. So they're taking more risks to keep up, and that's their weakness right now.
The racing gods give and the racing gods take. I've lost more races than I've won. It will always be like that. But there's always going to be next year, there's always going to be next week, there's always going to be the next round. You take the good days when they come and you accept the bad days are going to be there, they'll always be there, and move on to the next one and hope there's going to be your run of luck in that one.
In GTD Pro, manufacturers are packed like sardines. The delta from first place to sixth is less than 500 points. Chevrolet leads by just 17, with BMW, Ferrari, Ford, and Porsche separated by less than 100. With 2 races left in the season, history has not yet been written.
For me, the car to beat will be the number 3, because now they are P1 and there is 2 Corvettes, and they will help each other for sure. The Corvette, it's been very strong. We know the Rex is strong for sure, but the Corvette is the leader, so we need to follow the leader and focus on the leader. But at the same time, we cannot focus 100% all the time in the others. We need to focus on ourselves, because sometimes you lose your mind thinking with the others and you are not focusing on your job.
The level of competition in GTD Pro is incredibly high. You've just got pretty much the best drivers of each brand around the world competing hard against each other, not giving an inch. Generally pretty fair racing, but it's hard out there.
In a championship this close, teams have to be on top of all the details to win. This competition is so fierce that being fast isn't enough. Strategy, pit work, and especially tires decide races. To get a better look at the Michelin tires, we brought a thermal camera. It shows what the eye can't, where the heat lives, how the load moves, and how thin the margin really is.
Every tire has some window of temperature in which it operates the best. So doing a burnout out of pit lane can be really important to warm up a cold tire. It's your first chance to have that tire slip against the road, create that friction and get kind of the shine of the slick knocked off a little bit, and start that process of getting that tread up to the optimal temperature. Yeah, so here we see a prototype car on cold tires, does a burnout, and you can immediately see that outer surface of the tire heats up and actually left some of that hot rubber on the ground behind him. This bright orange line is the hottest line. A lot of that is pickup or wear from the tire. The rubber is sticking to the road and retaining its heat. And so over the course of a 6-hour race, the more times cars break through here, more and more of that rubber is going to build up, and you're going to have a very hot area Oh yeah, so you can see that finer line is where the rubber scrubbed onto the road through that lockup. That may actually be not so ideal for the next guy who comes through and has to brake on top of that rubber. He doesn't have the good track surface to brake on. He may slide across the rubber that's left there on the track.
As engines warm up and belts are tightened down, focus is on qualifying. Qualifying near the front not only determines where you start, it could mean the difference in the championship. Pole position is worth 35 points. 10th position earns less than half that. And in 2023, Cadillac won the championship by just 21 points. So, with only 2 races left, everything matters.
Who's your closest competitor?
I don't know. Who is it?
2 more corners. Tandy's got to pick a side. I think he's picked the wrong one. Where's Vantor? Here he comes. The side-by-side they touch. Tandy and Vantor side by side. It's going to be a Porsche Penske Motorsport car that wins.
It's what we love. We love to race hard. As long as it's fair, it's all good. But of course, the Laguna thing, it is what it is. It was racing. It was maybe a bit left and right, maybe not perfect, but...
No, the next race, we laughed about it and went and beat the shit out of each other on the track of the next one.
You're carrying like an extra bus with you at the back then.
What is the highest moment you've ever had in motorsports?
To win Le Mans is, for me, there's nothing greater you can achieve. And when I watched my son win his first race, to watch him do what he did that day, and just to know the feeling, it was over and above anything I've ever experienced. And now I understand, yeah, why my mum and dad used to take me and my brother racing. You know, I'd like to be known as a winner, as a champion. If we're not going to be fast enough to win, then we need to maximise points.
Get some more points away from them. That's for sure our goal. And for sure, it's on the table. I mean, as long as it's on the table, we're gonna fight until the last lap.
My dad, my mum taught me to be respectful, be a good person, and but go out on the racetrack and kick everyone's ass.
In GTP, Acura was quickest, barely beating out 3 cars from Team Cadillac. Porsche qualified 5th, Acura's sister car in 6th, with BMW, Lamborghini, and the number 7 Porsche rounding out the top 10. Cadillac grabbed 35 points, and Porsche earned 32, keeping them in the points lead, but barely.
We have a good opportunity to come to Petit Le Mans with a real chance to win. So this is my mentality.
The competition this year has been tough. The Ferraris had a pretty good run, had a very good middle part of the season in terms of point scoring.
BMW won pole position in GTD Pro, adding 35 points to their championship piggy bank. Right behind them across the finish was Ford, nabbing 32 points, followed by Corvette, who won 30, helping the bow tie stay on top in the standings.
We are Dragon Speed, racing with a Ferrari. We are not Ferrari. And Corvette, we are racing against Corvette. It's a manufacturer, they are factory team. We are a small team, private team, against the big ones.
You want to sign this?
Yeah. I have my first ever win in karting this season. I'm very happy to do this because these are people that I look up to in racing because this is where I want to be when I grow up.
Do they have to add weight to the car for these 2 guys?
I mean, Ben Barnacourt's pretty fast, so he's probably the heaviest.
It's all teeth.
All teeth, yeah. All teeth.
Although rain chances are low, just remember emergency service. What tires are considered emergency service now? We're going to leave you out on slicks when it goes yellow, unless it becomes a real problem where we say we can't stay on course. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's kick ass.
contrast to his outside in the silver 40 Cadillac. They are green, hammer down, time to go at Indy.
Yeah, Pegel breaking the line there a little bit in the middle of the pack. I think there's a 52 car. He could be in trouble for that, for breaking station there. You've got to stay in your columns there.
They're the GT cars. They get the green flag. On pole, Dan Harper for BMW. Christopher Mies in the Mustang. To the right of the screen, the Corvette takes a look, but Harper will prevail.
As soon as the flag drops, Porsche's fears come true. BMW passes one car, and you can crack a walnut between the doors of the Porsche and Aston Valkyrie.
Full course yellow, full course yellow. It's debris on the front straight.
24 minutes later, the number 6 Porsche moves up to second, but number 7 isn't as fortunate. They receive a drive-through penalty for not leaving enough room for Team BMW.
I promise you, he's thinking, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We didn't even touch.
That's stupid then. Just keep our head down here. A long way to go.
I would think there's a high chance of some incidents happening during the race. Being a 6-hour race, you know, there's just always some mayhem that unfolds.
Full course yellow.
Going on to the speedway. Oh, just gets wide there, up in the glass, right on board with the 40 car. You can see up ahead, that was a close moment there for Jordan Taylor.
Be ready, be ready, be ready.
Look at these cars weaving around here, just trying to get these tires cleaned off.
Green, 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 green. Pits are open, box this time.
You never know when a yellow flag is going to come, full course yellow or whatever. So the strategy is very, very important. I have the best team in my side, and they are really good in the strategy.
Chasing in the points. Oh, trouble for the Lone Star Mercedes.
Full course yellow, got a wheel on the track. Wheel in the middle of the racetrack and a car without a wheel.
Back under green at the Brickyard.
4 hours to go, 4 hours to go. You're doing great. You're doing perfect.
It's 57 laps led now for the Porsche, most in any class all day long, but it is not for long. If Vervish has a say about it, does not have the good line, but he does here. A little bit of contact.
At the 2-hour mark, Rexy and the number 65 Mustang are in a dogfight for the lead, with BMW mere inches behind the Ford.
Porsche, Mustang, BMW, Ferrari, all right there together.
Boy, it's looking so polite these days, isn't it?
Three hours down, 3 to go. Cadillac leads GTP with 2 Acuras chasing in second and third. Porsche holds 4th and 6th place, separated by the BMW, driven by Whitman and Vanderlinde.
Save as much energy as we can. Keep pushing. 27 minutes remain.
20 minutes left, and things are far from certain. The Cadillac teams are flying. Using all of the track and energy, Ricky Taylor has moved up from 9th to 2nd, joining Jack Aitken. The Jewels of Detroit are now running at the front, but did they go too fast? They could run out of energy before the flag waves. They need a miracle or to finish under caution to keep the lead. At the 5-hour mark, the top 3 of GTD Pro were BMW, Rexy, and Mustang respectively. But that is no more. Ford is out in front, trying to hold off Ferrari and BMW as the clock winds down. Porsche has fallen to 8th and 12th.
11 minutes remain, 11 minutes remain. Let's bring this thing home.
Cadillac comes to life down the front straightaway. What have you got? You've got to play your cards right now.
Aiken with a beautiful gap.
Your best here.
Victory in Indianapolis is just 2.4 miles away. It was 2023 at Sebring for Aiken. They'll break the drought. Ford Mustang onto the front straightaway. They'll chalk up yet another victory.
That is the greatest second place in the history.
I had 0 mistakes from the team, 0. We are going in the same direction. We have a really good atmosphere there. Imagine going to work to something that you like, and your boss is treating you like one more. This is nice for the people, for the guys, for the mechanics, for the engineers. And this is, for me, It's going to be the key this year.
I don't think we had any free laps pretty much the whole race.
It's a very good result, and it's we were hoping for a podium finish, and we've got that. I'm very happy for the team.
It's a 1-2 finish for Cadillac. Separated by less than a second, Acura earns the lowest step on the podium, as well as 5th. BMW finishes 4th and 6th, earning much-needed points. After a difficult day, the Porsches crossed the line at disappointing 7th and 8th. Ford stands atop the GTD Pro podium, flanked by Ferrari in 2nd and BMW in 3rd. Team Corvette earned 4th and 6th, split by Team Lexus, who surprised everyone after spending much of the race out of the top 10. The beloved Rexy comes in 7th, but will live to roar another day. Only one race remains on the calendar, Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. Porsche had a difficult weekend at Indy, leaving them clinging to the GTP lead by just 7 points. They'll have to fight like hell and avoid mistakes to keep Acura, Cadillac, and BMW from taking away the championship. The stakes are just as high, and a contest just as close in GTD Pro. Team Corvette leads with 3,020 points, but 3 other manufacturers are less than 100 points behind. All eyes are on Atlanta.